Stop everything. You are 27,000 feet above Nazi Germany. The temperature outside your aircraft is minus 50 degrees. Your oxygen mask is frozen to your face. And somewhere in the gray sky around you, there are over 100 German fighter planes hunting specifically for you. You are the bombardier on a B-17 Flying Fortress, the most dangerous job in the entire United States Air Forces. And your plane just got hit. Not a graze, not a warning shot. Your number 3 engine is on fire. Black smoke is pouring through the fuselage. The intercom is screaming with voices you can barely hear over the wind that is now inside your aircraft because the nose section just took a 20-millimeter cannon shell. Your pilot has exactly 4 minutes to make a decision, and the decision he makes is going to determine whether you see tomorrow. Here is what nobody tells you about flying a B-17 over Germany in 1943. The odds are not in your favor. At the height of the bombing campaign, the average bomber crew had a 25% chance of surviving their full tour of duty. 25 missions. That was the number you needed to complete before you could go home. Most crews never made it past 10. You are on mission 17. Your crew is 10 men. 10 men in a metal tube the size of a school bus, flying at 27,000 feet with nothing but aluminum skin between you and the sky. You know everything about these men. You know that your pilot, Lieutenant Harris, keeps a photograph of his daughter taped to his instrument panel. You know your tail gunner, Kowalski, hasn't slept properly since the Schweinfurt raid. You know your co-pilot prays out loud on every approach, and nobody says a word about it because every single one of you understands exactly why he does it. Today's target is an aircraft factory outside Regensburg. You've been in the air for 3 hours already, another 2 to go just to reach the target, and the German fighters found you 40 minutes ago. The Luftwaffe doesn't fight like you expected. They don't sneak up on you. They come in head on. 12 o'clock level, straight at your nose at a combined closing speed of over 500 miles per hour. You have maybe 2 seconds to track them and fire before they are through your formation and gone. 2 seconds. Your hands are so cold inside your gloves that you can barely feel the trigger of your chin turret. The oxygen mask is making your face numb. You are trying to track a Focke-Wulf 190 that is coming directly at you at 400 miles per hour and getting bigger every millisecond. You fire. He fires. He is gone before you can see if you hit him. But you felt his cannon shells. The entire aircraft shudders like something enormous just kicked it. A sound like tearing metal somewhere behind you. And then the intercom erupts. Number 3 engine hit. Fire confirmed. Bombardier, you okay up front? You check yourself. You're okay. You key the intercom. Still here. But the aircraft is already starting to drift. A B-17 on 3 engines can still fly, barely, but you are now slower than the formation, and slower means you are falling behind. And falling behind a bomber formation over Germany in 1943 means one thing. You are alone. And the German fighters know it. A damaged B-17 that falls behind the formation is called a straggler. Stragglers don't make it home. The German fighters circle back immediately. They have been doing this long enough to know exactly what a drifting bomber with one engine smoking means. It means an easy kill. And they come in pairs now, not head-on, from below, from the 6 o'clock position where your tail gunner is already firing in long, desperate bursts. You hear Kowalski on the intercom screaming that there are 4 of them, then 6. Then the second hit comes. Number 1 engine, left wing. The aircraft rolls violently to the left, and for 3 full seconds you are weightless, floating against your harness in a way that would feel peaceful if you weren't 25,000 feet above Germany in a burning aircraft. Lieutenant Harris gets the wings level, barely. His voice on the intercom is the calmest thing you have ever heard from a human being. Crew, this is Harris. We are going down. I need 30 seconds to get us as low and as slow as I can. When I give the word, everybody out. Leave everything. Just go. You have trained for this moment. You have been briefed on what to do, but no briefing prepares you for the reality of clipping your parachute to your harness at 24,000 feet with 2 German fighters still making passes at your aircraft. The nose hatch is directly in front of you. You pull it open. The wind hits you like a wall. Minus 40 degrees of instant, total, consuming cold. And Lieutenant Harris says one word. Go. You go. You pull your knees to your chest the way they trained you, and you fall out of the aircraft nose first into the gray German sky, and the aircraft is gone immediately, swept away above you in seconds as you drop into freefall at terminal velocity. The noise stops. That is the thing nobody tells you about parachuting from a bomber. After hours of engine roar and intercom chaos and cannon fire and the wind in terror, the moment you leave the aircraft, it is completely silent. You fall for 15 seconds before pulling your ripcord. You need to get below the fighter altitude before opening your chute. A chute at 20,000 feet is a target. You need to be low enough that the fighters move on. The chute opens with a crack that you feel in your entire spine. And then you are just floating, drifting. Somewhere below you is Germany. Somewhere above you, your aircraft, your crew is still up there. You can see the smoke trail. You count the parachutes. 1, 3, 6. You count to 7. And then you cannot see any more because the cloud layer closes over you and you are inside gray nothing, descending alone into enemy territory. You survived the aircraft. Now the real problem starts. You land in a field, hard. Your ankle twists on impact and a parachute drags you 20 feet before you can collapse it. You are in Germany. You don't speak German. You have no weapon except a small issued pistol. You have a silk escape map, a compass the size of a coat button, and enough concentrated rations for 3 days. You can hear dogs in the distance. The Luftwaffe ran an efficient system for capturing downed Allied airmen. In most rural areas, a parachuting airman was reported and captured within hours, sometimes less. You have 2 choices. Evade and try to reach a neutral country, Spain or Switzerland, hundreds of miles away through occupied territory, or surrender to the Luftwaffe rather than to civilians, because by 1943, the mood in German towns toward Allied bomber crews was not friendly. These were the men dropping bombs on their homes. You hear the dogs getting closer. You make your choice. You start moving. Of the 210,000 American airmen who flew in the 8th Air Force bombing campaign over Europe, over 26,000 were killed in action. Another 28,000 became prisoners of war. The B-17 Flying Fortress flew over 290,000 combat missions. Crews called her the Queen of the Sky. They also called her their coffin. Depending on the day, she was both. The men who climbed into those aircraft every morning, knowing the statistics, knowing the odds, knowing that Mission 17 might be the one that ended everything, were not fearless. They were terrified, every single one of them. They went anyway. If this story hit you the way it hit me writing it, smash that like button and subscribe. These men deserve to have their stories told this way. Drop a comment telling me which part of this mission you felt the hardest. The next story goes even higher, and it gets even darker.